Okay, I'm back. We have path down here as well. I'm thinking opens this. We also want to steal everything from here. It's an exceptional maze, some gauntlets of discipline. I don't know what discipline does. At least not in this context. What does it do? Fighter abilities consume... Okay, so it's a fighter boost, so it's going to be for you. So we do gauntlets of discipline. Put those on her. So she has more accuracy, so she's more likely to avoid grazes and stuff. Fine large shield, no. Exceptional mace, since we currently have mace on him, I'll throw that on his offhand as well. So now he is dual mace boy, and we're fighting some undead, so he'll probably be handy with it. I just need to be careful because the enemy here will rob us of experience. Disarm. Disarm. So let's go up in here first. I love having high mechanics. It makes life so much easier. We are going to pause and throw this on. Copy it to there. So now we have an exceptional medium shield, which increases our shield deflection more than this, which also increases our agility, our reflex boost. So we are getting to the point where we are able to evade a lot of attacks on our main guy. That is kind of my goal for him. I don't necessarily want him to be Mr. DPS. I do want him to be capable of tanking for us. And yeah, that's just a risen soldier. We do want to get the jump on him. Take the lockpicks. So it looks like... Yeah. He patrols that hallway. So I think we want to get him right about... Oh. So whenever he comes up here to spot us, we just ambush his ass. There we go. Not a lot of damage, but it's a good opener. Get behind him. I say get behind him. And since it's only one guy, go flying, bitch. Get stunned. Okay, you are going to tentacle. There. Because this guy's not going down in one round. I can almost guarantee it unless we are super lucky with crits. Those are slashing. What is he prone to? He is immune to piercing as well. So this might be the game where they are just going to be constantly immune to piercing. Alt. Boom, boom. And yeah, he's immune to piercing, so we'll probably swap weapons next turn. Time for the fun. Slash, slash. Yeah, we didn't quite get him in one turn, but we are still really well off against him. He comes out of stun, flanked to high hell. We might actually stand a decent chance against this. He's down to just a mouse fart away from death. Does he get a turn? I don't think so. I think Marius kills him. And yes, I will be robbing tombs in Baldur's Gate 2 as well. Okay, so we don't have to have a clone there. We can just drop that in. Is anyone else using a shield? I don't think so. Because he's got one-hand specialty over here, so he doesn't want a shield ever. F5. Disarm the trap. Go back into stealth mode. I do see another enemy there. Want to engage them in as small of packs as possible. There's a bit of an attack on you. Okay. She's going first. That's fine. And we do actually get a chance to stun him before. So move back. Because you can get good range and not have a problem. You get all up in his business. There. On the side, dude. I clicked on his left side for a reason. What was he even doing right there? Was he reading that or something? I'm not sure. You stun. Number 1 stunner. You missed. I just realized that takes 5. Can we store more than 3 phrases? I mean, start more than 4 phrases? I don't think we can. Oh, here comes friends. This is going to end badly. You swap weapons. Get ready to tank for her. Jesus. Okay, hobble him. Get moving up here. I want to see where his other friend is. Okay, so there's the other friend. Please don't step on the trap. You didn't step on the trap. I'm good. Free XP. Oh, there's an armsman behind us. They're coming out of the walls. Drop that up there. Is that out of range? There. No longer hobbled. You come down here and take out the priest. You guys come and take this out? Yeah, unfortunately, I need to protect Aloth because he's actually able to do some good in this fight. So I need to have him protected quite a bit. We're going to go with bounding. They are determined to get her, which really is a bad thing for me. Okay, so Armsman is the big threat. Didn't quite get him with the offhand. Interesting that they can heal the undead. What? Is that piercing damage and I didn't realize it? Can I please actually stay selected on him? Thank you. Is that piercing damage? It is piercing damage. I am a dumbass. Whose turn are we on? We're on dog turn, I think. We're fine. We're fine. That's corroding and bludgeoning. You get up here and get out of line. Yeah, we'll do this. That not only does a crap ton of damage to them, it heals everybody that was hurt. We even brought Aloth back up to his current max. I like that. Oh, he's rogue skills to dodge us. Listen here, bud. We can't have any more of this. Yeah, I'm not afraid of these guys. They're not the strongest ever. And they're not summoning anymore, so we're good there. Oh, he's healing himself. And somehow got something on a spreading plague. Nice. How is that spreading so quickly? That's going to be after everybody. No, it's before Resin Armsman. Yeah, why not? Champion's going to get a turn. Get your stuff going. Oh, that almost charmed him? What? Does that actually have, that doesn't have a chance to charm. I don't know why he almost got charmed there. I think we don't really have much we can do. So just move up. Because we're currently still hobbled by the spreading disease. Zoti, I don't think you can kill him, can you? Nope. He's got all kinds of status effects on him. It's not that bad. And turn. Thank you for setting fire to him. Please do not step on trap. I don't know how much healing this champion has, but he has sure expelled a lot of it just against us. Unfortunately, that doesn't really help us. Let's go for... blind? Yeah, he's healing by like 50 per turn, which is brutal. Disarm this. And get him flanked. And he did not get blinded because he downgraded the disoriented. dog. Yeah, just go for it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do probably over 50 damage per turn to get him. Why do you have reduced healing? Oh yeah, because the injury. You have what is known as a gaping wound. Stay pinned, bitch. Okay, as far as our next spell, that's going to be our best bet. Bloop. That should actually clip all of our people. Yes. Please let the writhing tentacles actually kill him off. I keep hyping them up, and they keep just being, okay, they're blocking enemies. They distract attacks. They're great. It's just, I don't ever get to show off just how good they are. Ooh. Ew. Lot of poison stuff. Death Ring. Noxious Burst. Fetid Caress. If we ever need a poison one, we got that. And there is a switch in there, which we are going to grab in a minute. I really am surprised that was not a harder fight for us. That is Azure Blade. It's a stiletto. Mob Rule. So yeah, whenever there's a bunch of us around, we do more damage. That could actually be handy if any of us use stilettos. That leads to another undead. I'll check that out in a minute. This is a very large floor. They'll probably be in this place for a little while. I do want to fight everything in here because they have decent gear. And getting really good gear is always a positive. Because it's not only, oh, we can use this, but we can also sell it. Have a good shopping trip, Daladon. I will see you in a bit. If I'm still online when you come back. And hopefully they have everything you're hunting for. What I hate is whenever I go to the store for one specific thing, they have everything else I want, but not that one specific thing I was craving. Drives me nuts. Okay, so there is a guy in here. Oh, there's more than one guy. So, Dargul Marksman. And the Marksman is the dangerous one, because he is a tier 3. So I think I want to be against that wall and summoning tentacles there. Zoti. It is a shade, which, yeah, really, this guy's the only real threat here. So we'll drop that out. Okay, so 52 is about a quarter, so that means about 200 life. With the full party, we should be okay. Dog is there to protect us, and that actually gave us access to our turn because she startled him. Okay, so we want to go there. Definitely don't want to go behind him. I think that's going to work out good for us, oddly enough. And you come up here and guard his ass. I think we might be able to kill the guardsman before he gets a real turn. And it is only the 3 in here. So, bleh. Got 2 arterial strikes on him. In turn. That's the advantage of doing that with 2 hands. Ow. I love that we're flanked from in the middle of all 3 of us. I think he was trying to attack us, but couldn't quite attack across that corner. That was a freaky-ass noise. Okay. Hi, Shade. There he goes. Give me those tentacles. And I am going to go... Actually, I think I will just go for a crit. Well, the damage over time, the wounding strike. And we go for a bounding on you. And Eater, you should be able to kill the marksman. So that is 1 big bad down. The Shade is annoyingly threatening, but if this guy explodes, it's going to be worse. He's got boosted armor versus bludgeoning, unfortunately. I think flanking him is still our best choice. That goes before any of them, so you could do through that. And yeah, I think we've got this. I don't think we actually have any threat from these guys other than the Ravager exploding. Sure, the Shade can disorient us, but it doesn't do significant enough damage to be a real problem. As far as spells go, that is going to happen before him. Zoti. Don't know what we do next. And no, we can't use this on enemies. It only works on allies. Otherwise, that would be an amazing little twisty way to do stuff. Okay, so that goes... So the Shade is going to go, so he might break out of concentration, but probably won't. It's trying to cast something. It's going to cast Draining Freeze after she casts her lovely thing. I just need Eldrin to soften this guy up enough. There we go. Get up here in the middle. That the light will kill it. Because if it catches fire, it's gone. Same for the Ravager, so boop. Nice. And surprisingly, neither the Shade nor the fat guy that explodes dropped anything. Exceptional and superb gear. Yes, please, thank you. A robed figure holding a lantern features prominently among the etchings that adorn the sarcophagus. Nice. The eulogy of Ysser. As blood seeps from a wound so deep and death croons about this sepulture, let silence fall in a final warden to betake my priest until Bareth's dark maw. After many a battle, when my mace had failed him, now I bind his wounds, and can watch only while he dies. So we got that one. There is more to find in here. I do think there's going to be more enemies up this way. Because Barath is never so cheap. What did we even just get? What were those? Were they ingredients? Actually, doesn't say what we grabbed. Were those quest items? Nope. But we do have the Rakawa's fingers. I think it was something in here, and I just didn't notice what it was before I grabbed it because I'm just habitually grab all. Which is never a great idea. Trap detected. Nice loot. Really am surprised there's not more enemies down this way. I will take it. Yeah, and I think this... Yeah, this leads us over to the switch over here. How big is this place? We still have... Oh, hi. Hi, Skelly Bros. Can we get in range of you? Yes. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Bye, skeleton. If it's only the two of you... That was a lot weaker than I thought it would be. Here comes some more. Oh, and you're all in a nice little line. Hey, Loth, move away. Ouch, you almost died. You go for... That is going to be after all of them go, unfortunately, so that's not going to work. So bound across all of you. Risen Soldier's the only one that's a real threat there, so target him. You... Give them a greeting. I mean, if they're gonna come crawling up out of the pits, I'm gonna give them crap. Eldrin, get up here. I don't think we can get up to 5 phrases, so we can't really do anything with that light yet, unless we get something to boost our max phrases to 5. Bye, friend. Okay, Aloth, you are having a rough time of it. She didn't recover that. This is still considered one fight, you bastards. Sure, shoot that up that way. Okay, you need to get up here and cause trouble so they'll stop targeting him. God, that's a big boost in damage. You go up here as well. We're going to stick on the armsman because he's going to be able to hit at a range. The rest of these are melee guys. So they're not as big of a threat to him because they're going to have to pass by all of us first. Which we can take it. Eloth cannot. Eloth is just getting the crap beat out of him. Well, that got rid of, I think, 2 of them. Yeah, it did. As far as Marius, take out that guy. I don't even care that you're getting disengages on him. Bother. You know what? Just to be on the safe side. Oh, wrong person. Derp. Meant to cast it on him, but I don't know how many more attacks. Oh, they're coming from beneath us now, too. You bastards. I think that is a mage. That is a problem in a robe. Well, if those decide to start coming towards us, that's fine. Oh, we do actually have a 5th charge. So we could do this. Like so. Just to ease things up for him. And get down here and help with the mage. A little bit of a tougher fight than I was originally anticipating whenever it was just a bunch of junky-ass skeletons. Especially since he hasn't restored his bloody heal there. That happens before they get a turn, so yes. Well, he's immune to it. What? Oh, just a piercing. I am going to turn my heating pad back on. Mainly because that was a muscle twitch in my upper back that felt like somebody just socked me. Let's get leaning back so it's not a problem. There we go. And yes, I do stream with a heating pad because I am a dork like that. Come, dogs, help me! How many more waves of these idiots are there? Probably about as many as that first one, which was 3 waves. Let's see, you can bash him in. I'll keep you kind of in the middle of the pack. Was that the entire fight? Are they going to summon some more? I don't think they were anticipating us killing the ones from there quite as quickly in turn-based as we did. Because in real time with pause, those just come up one after another. That's all the loot from there. And yes, I know he's still injured. I don't care. So we have the Forgotten Mausoleum. We will deal with that in a minute. We also have the path up there. I think that is out onto the ledge. Through the crumbling remains of an old tomb, a passage leads deeper into the mountain. Inspect the tomb's entrance. Skeletal remains jut out from the walls inside the tomb. Its niches now filled with loose rocks. Ahead, the graves lead into a passage. It bends to the left, breeze whizzing into its hollow darkness. No, we're not going to take that route. I'll check and see if there's anything we can do with that. But I'm going to do the places we can actually walk first. They're going to come to life. So I want people up on their faces. Yes, I am manually positioning people. The left side is going to win first, so we'll use them to support. The skeleton stands rigid as stone and just as strong, eternally warding the crypt beyond. Inspect. Skeleton's shoulders are squared for battle. Its fingers grip the rusted remains of large mace. Above the skull, an eroded engraving on the wall depicts a kneeling woman raising a lantern. Inspect the skeleton. Call out her name. Your voice clangs through the caverns. It echoes again and again in the air around you grows heavy. Phaedwin, a toll, a death knell. Phaedwin, Lady of the Vigils. A dark essence plumes up, coalescing in the air, then it curls, sifting slowly into the skeleton's mouth. Empty eye sockets alight with flames. The skeleton shudders and rattles, head bowing forward. Its soul essence seeps into the door's seals. This skeleton stands rigid as stone and just strong, blah, blah. Skeleton's chest is bowed outward in pride. Its stout-boned hands clutch the haft of a heavily adorned but battle-worn spear. Above the skull, an eroded engraving in the wall depicts a man standing triumphant under a great gate. Maybe you need to? Oh, it's religion. So she needs to. No. So I only know one of them, apparently. I guess I'll go find the other. Intriguing. I'll figure it out eventually. Don't make me do it. Traps out the wazoo. These are only tier 1 traps. Armored figure standing under a gate features prominently among the etchings that adorn the sarcophagus. Okay. Got an effigy's husk. Gains resentment. Reduces the healing received when the wearer becomes bloodied, or reduces the healing of nearby enemies. That's kind of cool. It's got decent armor rating for a 0 initiative effect. We're going to have to fight things in here. Welcome back! Did the trip to the store go well? I always forget that whenever I think of a trip to the store, I'm going to be frank here. For me, that's a 30-45 minute jaunt. Even to just think about, which is... Yay, Murica, I guess. The closest store is... Well, it's only a 7-minute drive. But... yeah. Lots of yellow prices, quick in, quick out. Almost like modern dating. There's another eulogy. I'm not to be bragging needles now. But 'tis important to keep a kind of how full of life strong and devout ye sir was. And for a Baratheon priest, Thicker by his side in glorious battle. Fought to I cannot do this. A gutted countless undead with my spear for near on 20 years. Ysir fought to keep shut the gates of hell. Surely they'll crash open with his passing. The fuck? Look, it's soldiers. Ysir knows. Give me an answer already. Sorry, I had to. Soldier or mage. Mage is higher priority. Mage can do shit. That one's just not awake yet. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be entertained by this, but that pose, it do work for me. Okay, you... Tentacle time. And the rest of you, I think, are going to go after the guy on the left. Actually, no, I'm going to have all of them go over here. Takes notes on poses that work for Alzorath. This document will not come back to bite me later if found on my computer. I mean... Floating skeleton that's flying through the air just tickles me for some reason. It's like he's riding a motorcycle. Just had a little flaming head and he's a certain comic book character. It's great. And you get all up in his business. Give a skeleton some open wounds. But yes, motorcycle riding skeleton entertains me greatly. And that did not break his concentration, apparently. Oh wait, he set up that cast afterwards. That was his turn. Surprised he was able to choose a cast. I love the zoomy pathing going on there. And yes, we are relatively powerful now. So I don't have to worry about too many enemies being a real threat in here, unless they have a lot of control. Control will always beat the living tar out of me. Oh yeah, he has passive healing. I was expecting this guy to come to life. But apparently he does not do such things as these. That dog is stuck in tentacles. Okay. Magic missile. And they're just going to keep beating on him. Because nobody else can get over there. That boggles my mind just how much he does with just a couple scimitars. It's crazy amounts of damage. Oh, and there's the armsman. Hello, armsman. And where's the priest at? Oh, there's the priest. Enjoy. Get staggered, bitches. I think we were supposed to have that battle last like 2 turns longer. don't think we were supposed to kill it that fast. And end turn. Eater. Yeah, kill the armsman. Jesus. Yeah, he's just getting crits out the wazoo. We go ahead and run up here. That's a crit. That's a hit. Yeah, he's getting a decent number of crits. He is brutal at this point. What was that? Oh no, I fainted. We don't get anything from the armsman. That is pathetic. So we have to clear both of these to get into there. I think there is a quest that ends up with people over here. I'm going to do this room first. Should we rest? Maybe. I don't think we're that bad off. We're already halfway to our next level. We've got 16k left. Still can't afford a better ship, but we will eventually get there. Lord Heldengate! Skeleton stands rigid as stone, and just your words reverberate in the darkness, beckoning the skeleton back to life. The sound becomes a thrum, riding the air as his soul essence coalesces and curls around you. It prickles along your skin before snaking into the skeleton's mouth. Empty eye sockets alight with flames, the skeleton shudders and rattles, bowing forward. Soul essence seeps into the door's seals. Let's save first, because this looks like a fight. And as far as our formation goes, I think we actually want you there. So our squishies stay in the back. I don't like that the dog always follows behind the party. The towering skeleton straightens his spine, and the sound of his bones shifting rattles around the cavern. A gilded sword rests strapped to his back, and in his hand he grips a massive flail with a heavy skull for his striking head.
Watcher!
Twin fires flicker in the pits of his blackened eye sockets, burning with a deadly intent.
Been more than a middling life worth since my flails got bathed in bloody gore.
Long and last. Is a right fine pleasure jawing with someone who cons proper prose.
Same to you, my noble sir. 'Tis rare and seendal for a kinsman to cross my brood these undead days. What's a braw happening? But I still have a prestation to uphold. You can, aye.
Should we rest in this obvious hostile environment with a lot of Scotsmen?
Hey, that's great. Somebody else does this Ulmir's funny country talk.
The Death Guard glowers menacingly. I concur, Death Guard.
Speak, then perish. Listen, you've a cause from birth to fare here.
The Death Guard drags the spiked skull head of his immense flail over the ground, gouging the stone at his feet. Then he hefts the flail's chain over his bony shoulders. Said this was the place to socialize. Oh, God, I need a sarcastic run. Just pick all of these kind of selections. I mean, you know, we're doing it. The skeleton stands still as death, magic billowing around him, burning up in the air. For several moments, he only stares. Then his teeth clack loudly, and he hefts the flail from his shoulders, swinging it just short of your throat.
What's made to laugh is kill ye. Either way, speak true. A button your next and last breath.
Oh, Bareth's High Priest laments your eulogy has been forgotten, or I learned of your histories and so sought you out. I mean, both are true. I'll flatter him. Deathguard seethes at the mention of Riven name. Rage, cold but violent, rattles up the skeleton's spine. With a bone-popping nod, he drops the flail skull down to crater the ground.
Aye. Stay your death, then I will.
Must take the last stone tablet of your eulogy to the High Priest of Bareth.
Aye, then. I'll allow it. They priests need to be keeping the sacred rites of Bereth alive. There it lies in my burial grave.
Farewell. So we don't actually have to fight you? Cool. I'll read it in just a second. I don't know if we can still fight him or not. I don't think there's any benefit to it other than getting his gear.
How fares, brother?
Right fine, you jolly old bampot.
By yous.
Oh, lordy, let's go look at that last one. 'Tis too soon, such pain cannot be fathomed. Wolf teeth gnawing at me ribs, burning fever this devouring flames. A troll to devour cannot be broken to Bareth. To slay the undead, hunted Riven far too near to deep in the Deadfire. Recovered the sword of souls and should have killed Riven in battle and dusk and dial, as I killed her here, but instead I was struck sidelings. Forgot the carrot to the temple, sepultures are ne'er sought. Ended lying in a grave cat to the pallid night, and I cannot keep a grip on the sword, it towers and it will be taken if it not die. Wielded as a wound, her some caw against Bareth that cannot die in failure. Willing you die? Willing you die? God damn. Yes, it even spells in Scottish. Have to see Riven suffer, have to ward Bareth's sacred weapon. That hurts my throat. Scottish accent. Yes, it doesn't do Gaelic. Or Scottish Gaelic, I believe, is the differentiation. Because there's Irish Gaelic as well. I prefer the lilting tones of Irish, not Gaelic. I thought Scottish also referred to it itself as such, but I don't know much about Scottish history. Irish, yes. Scottish, no. You know what? I'm going to save real quick and I'm going to kill him. I know this is wrong. I know I shouldn't, but I'm going to put his ass to rest. Sorry, my friend. You were entertaining. %88 chance to hit. Flanked and blinded. Everyone around him. He's only 3 above us. You hope your eulogy will be just as incomprehensible? I hope mine is just screaming. Just incoherent screaming. Why? Because I don't know why that would entertain me slightly. Just ah! Okay, so that broke his concentration on whatever he was doing. What did you just cast? Salvation of time. 2 rounds duration of beneficial effects. Okay, so dog, bite first. I don't think he really stands that much of a chance against us. He might do decent damage, because he is a tank. And I will slash you. And miss, sadly. Excuse me. That was with... Somehow it's doing damage while missing. Because I think it's rolling up its miss into a hit. That's piercing. You are not immune to pierce, but you have high damage reduction. This one is bludgeoning or corroded, so that's going to be good damage. Oh, he summons friends. That's where the difficulty comes from. Lady of Vigils, Risen Soldier, Risen Mage. The Mage is a threat. But I think we can handle this. Zoti, you need to fall back. We are going to pop him, I think. Yeah, we focus on him, then we break off onto these. I think the ones down there are just soldiers. This mage here is the threat. But it's just trying to dispel things, which is actually not that big of a deal. I think that's just piercing, isn't it? No, it's slashing. Let's see. Oh, yeah, it's just they're actual named soldiers though. Lady of the Vigils and Lord of Heldengate. Thankfully, we have the tentacles kind of protecting us a little bit. I think for your turn, we are going to summon that up. Just for some friends. It's mostly to draw them away from us for a couple turns while we deal with this guy. Oh, they're immune to the... Okay, Brian Imps can actually do damage, but they need to not do their bite or stab or whatever they were trying to do against that guy. Oh, what are you casting? Breath of Black something. Oh, interesting. So that deals damage to us as well. I think you can get past him. No longer blinded. Yeah, it's a blinding effect just in his radius. It's not even a cast and avoid kind of thing. Okay, so that's going to be where? Risen Mage is doing Merciless Gaze. Risen Soldier is right there, sadly. But I don't think he'll move. And we could do much the same. We don't want to waste it on that. We want to save that for, like, an emergency situation. That is actually reasonable damage. I really don't know whether I should be doing a heal, or I think I might want to do a stun outward. Just to knock that priest out of the loop. For a turn. Okay, either you need to get this to hit. Please hit. You have a 98% chance. Knock the boss on their ass. Interrupt their spell. You bounce it again. actually didn't even kill our Brine Imp. Awesome. That means it's going to distract yet another hit. I don't know if they're going to go after this Brine Imp there. They might. The reason I'm using the Brine Imp is because it's lower priority. Out of the summons that I have, I'd rather keep my Audra ones intact for now. He has Spirit Shield, which I think, yeah, makes him immune to something, I think. We have Spirit Shield ourselves. Armor rating and concentration. So that does boost your damage mitigation. Oh, and it reflects that. Does it say that in there? No. How did he reflect that then? If you're going to have that effect on something that important. It doesn't say anywhere in there that it reflects the missiles. That is bullshit. Does it say it on the missiles? No. That's not cool. Now the question, oh, that's not what I wanted to use, but we're using it anyway. Means we better not put this to waste. Okay, so that happens before the two of them. But after the soldier? So maybe aim it like... We'll aim it like that. Oh, she can't get up there to do it. Okay, so we're going to have to aim it just normal size. That should hit all of them. I'm not positive on it. Oh no, they're resolute. More stabs. That is having a terrible time hitting him, and it's irritating the crap out of me. And yeah, Ysera the Baratheon is gonna go down. But his little friends might be a problem for me. Oop, yep, we got all three. Yay. It doesn't reflect that spell. This guy has us locked. %. He'll go after his turn, sadly. She gonna get... Yeah, she's gonna get walloped by that. Let's drop a Gaun's Pledge on us. So she is a priest. The Lady of Vigils is. So she's able to heal him. What I will do is I'm going to have you come up here. Get up in her business. I think we ran just far enough that he wasn't able to attack us. It is great. Keep on him. Because I do think that Eater can kill him. Dismantling his bloody aura. And giving us the opportunity to be right dicks to this. I don't know if you have any good follow-up spells, because that's piercing, unfortunately. Yeah, we'll drop it on Lady of Vigils. The Helden Gate guy up there, not a threat. And this guy's going to go down probably at the start of... Well, he might not, actually, now I think about it. What even was that Helden Gate? Where even are you? Where are you at? It's showing him as being right there. Oh, you interrupted his spell, you prick. Oh, never mind. No, you didn't. Let's go with there. We had already cast it. And turn. Loop to the face. So he's like invisible, I think. There's the Lady of Vigils. Yeah, he is somewhere in there, and we're just shoving him around. Do we burn that? I don't think we want to. And just one risen soldier out here that just decided not to be part of this. Hi, friend. You are a prick. And I forget if we can do anything by going through that hole after this. But I think we'll be fine. Wow. How low did we have to roll to get that? 63. And a 42. So we have less than a 50% chance to hit with the dog, apparently, I guess. Seraphin. Take them out. Because, yeah, we need to actually protect our cleric, because she's about to have an injury right off the bat. Although we still need to restore his injury as well. Okay, so that's both of them down. Eater, don't die down there, please. I don't know how far 4 meters is in this. I think it is... because that's 13.8. So it's about, what, a quarter of that? A third of that? It's a third. So yeah, they're about 4 meters from each other. That's... it's hard to measure whenever it doesn't give me a measurement tool. But I think we're doing okay. If there's any reason not to do this, I have not been made aware of it. So soul ignition, go for it. It's our last brutal. That offhand is not impressing me as much right now, but I think he might be resistant to something in it. That or we get penalties for dual wielding. Yes, I realize we are both engaged with him. He is doing decent damage out. That is mildly painful. And he is flanked because we outnumber his engagements. Ta-da! Victory is ours! And we get to loot guy up top. He has the Skull Crusher, which it's called the Skull Crusher because it crushes things with a skull. Ha Oh, that's dumb. 10% chance to daze target for 1 round and prone them on scoring hit, but it's a flail. Does okay damage. It's got 9 penetration. Raises the hits are nice. Yeah, that's not a bad one. He has superb plate armor. Thought he had a sword as well, but it doesn't look like he does. No, he does. Belonging to the royal family of Grandvalia, this Estoc's name roughly translates to Devourer of Souls. It was brought to the Deadfire by Lucio Riven, a Drakarzi paladin charged with protecting the blade. Try as you might, you cannot free the weapon from its scabbard. Got a whole crap load of scrolls in that, too. And another spellbook. That's going to give us a lot of money because of all the fine and above items. Okay, F5. Because I don't remember what waits for us in here. I remember failing this. Pull yourself up into the tomb. Beyond the half-interred bodies flanking it, a passage into the rock winds its way upward. You ascend through its bends with care, leaving the light of the catacombs behind. You stand in a dark, narrow cavern. The path ahead climbs out of the depths of the mountain. Continue up the cavern? You stand before a hallway. Its columns frame dozens of tombs, hollowed into the rock. Cubbyholes line the walls. Skeletal remains litter every alcove and spill into the stone slabs that tile the floor. Inspect the hallway. Carefully scan the corridor and focus on every detail. Skeletal remains, probably dislodged from their cubbyholes over centuries, litter the edges of the walls. Judging by an emblem etched in the stones of the tombs, members of the same clan or group lie buried here. A faint sparkle catches your eye. Under a pile of bones collapsed inside an alcove, you discern something glittering. It seems to be within easy reach. Yes. You reach in the cubbyhole, digging the pile. Your fingers touch something cold. The surface smooth as glass. You grab it. Surprised at its weight, you pull it out to reveal a large ruby resting in the palm of your hand. Inspect the hallway. Nothing else. Cross the hallway and continue. Okay, so we return to the Tombs Passage. Cross the hallway, continue the Twisting Cavern, and come back out here. Okay, so we have looted everything from this place possible. For some reason, I thought there was a way further down. I guess I am misremembering. I might be thinking of a different tomb as well. Could have sworn there was a way down further into this. As you can see, there are actually tombs down below. Guess not. I guess we leave and give him the slab. Now I have to look that up because it's going to bother me. The back of my brain. Gaelic is a Celtic language spoken in the Highlands of Western Scotland. It was brought from Ireland in the 5th and 6th centuries. So it's Irish that was spoken in the Western Scotland. Okay. And then there's modern Irish, which, yeah, is Gaelic, but it's complicated. Although speakers of Scottish language were persecuted for centuries, Gaelic is still spoken today by around 60,000 Scots. endowed with a rich heritage of music, folklore, and cultural. Gaelic in Scotland is thriving and enjoying a revival. Cool. That's from Visit Scotland, though. Convoluted things with countries that have more than 200 years. I joke about it, but I do realize just how lacking America has in terms of its preserved culture. We do have native culture, but a lot of that has been lost over time or even perverted over time. It's actually quite sad. Let's go ahead and get Temple of Barath. But generally speaking, if you have strongly held beliefs in anything, it ends up getting corrupted at some point along the lines by people trying to use it to exploit the people who strongly hold those beliefs. That's why you see religion often being used for control. And someone up here has an aura. Oh, it's the chanter. Cool. This is going to end poorly.
Coming along well, is it? It can be dangerous down there. So I read. I never went yet. But I will after I die.
You know, Yeaser had become a Death Guard?
Had heard, but knew no. Is it true? Isair is a Death Guard. So, under the right duress, it can be done.
You want to become a Death Guard? That's why you're preparing a ritual to kill yourself?
Yes, the fate that awaits me. Then I will walk within the catacombs beneath the temple.
Isn't this part of me wants to say, isn't this partially inspired by a Buddhist ritual? I think it's Buddhism. Yeah, it's one where but you eat specific things to, yeah, you starve yourself to death in a Buddhist faith, I think. I don't think it's all of the people who believe in that. Yeah, an immortal. There's no specific ritual to becoming Buddha. The concept of Buddhahood is achieved through That's just AI bullshit. Yeah, it's basically a self-mummification is what I'm thinking of. I think it's Buddhism.
Finally.
It's been so long since I studied that.
Barath's chosen, blessed, for always.
It's on QI too. But yeah, I think there's a self-mummification one as well that's tied to that. And it's why you'll find mummies in some of the Buddhist statues.
May your God have mercy on your soul.
We gotta get this fella to a brothel.
Call me Fathomedic, but why be sticking around if all the best bits and bobs fall off?
You're surely more valuable to Barath alive than leading the flock.
Value and worth are not the same, no.
Slanting you a feeble smile, the priest checks the remainder of a nearby hourglass, and he uncorks his goatskin flask and chokes down a steep swig.
We will speak again. After my acolyte has gouged my heart from my chest. The cutting and the chants will work. You'll see. All right. I will address your inquiries best as I can. So ask.
Here's your tablet.
Give them here.
Priest's arms quiver from the weight of the stone-carved tablets. As he sets them down, his hands scan the grooved words.
Truly, you are Barath's champion. Yet you will not die soon. there is work ahead for you. I set these aside for you. Old keepsakes from another time. Barath holds you close, perhaps in helping you.
And we should ask about Rikuhu, Kahopa, and Tangola.
The same. Your word, Barath. Our word, Rikuhu. We worship the twin deal. The cyclic connection of the overworld and the underworld. Life and death. Life is Kahopa, and Tangaloa is death. Born starving, they devoured all living things, swelling larger each. When they'd swallowed all of existence, they tried to eat each other next. Now all things pass through their entrails. The end of one enters the mouth of the next, from the underworld to the overworld and back. Again and again.
Fare thee well. I do not trust you. Let's see, it's the Shingon sect, and these mummies are called Sokushinbutsu. Yeah, that sounds familiar, the Sokushinbutsu. I think I learned about, well, I learned about the mummies in the Buddhas thing from a history course in university, but the specific names and stuff I think was from a documentary, which I know shouldn't take everything you hear in documentaries and all that at face value, blah, 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 get third-party sources, etc. Verification sources. But it's not something that I delve deep enough onto or talk about frequently enough to focus on that. Oh, and we have the Spyro's Soul Seers. What do you do when your contract is, sign another? Nothing pays better. I think we can get bounties from here, too. They were originally called the Flesh Body Bodhisattva. I cannot ever pronounce those words. I always end up going Bahavita, which is something else entirely. Which is not even Buddhist. Yeah, it's Bodhisattvas. I think is how that would be pronounced. But yeah, it's interesting. There's a lot of religious stuff in the past that's really interesting, especially if you're looking for lore for, I hate to say this, but most video game world and lore and stuff like that is based on mythology somewhere or a fairy tale somewhere. Which is sometimes also, fairy tales are also sometimes based on mythology. Go, and vice versa. But it's really interesting to go into some of these less explored religions, but you have to be careful because some of these are still practiced and you could kind of bother some people. But personally, I'm not as, I don't want to say empathetic to it, because I am empathetic to people's traditions and practices being mocked, but if you treat them with respect and actually study and understand the reasoning behind the traditions and the gods and the various practices and stuff like that, you can make something respectful. This is on the more respectful end of things. I've seen some that are awful, but we won't go into those. A Jesus and Buddha punching each other the crap out of each other fighting game, which was hilarious. It was a hilarious game, but it was a bit disrespectful to all faiths involved. If you ever have the time, you can recommend some of the Origins of Cultist Simulator. I need to play Cultist Simulator. I think I own it. Oh, I don't. I thought I did. I thought I got it with a Humble bundle at some point, but I guess I didn't. which reach into the older foundations of the occult and overlap of existing faiths. You're no expert, but you can recognize a lot of it in Nordic and Egyptian myth. Yeah, faiths borrow from each other all the time. They just don't overtly state it. I think probably the most overt one is, of course, like the Roman Greek overlap, the pantheons. But that is not very common historically. We have like Saturnalia that goes into Christianity and stuff like that. But most people forget about those and don't ever study them because most people, they just believe what they were born into as far as religions go. I remember this place. I don't think we sided with the Animancers whenever I played the first one. They want what's in my pocket, if I remember correctly. They ship more Audra every day, a nice change from the scrounging for supplies.
Merla, that burned. Well, that
You're a
won't do
recruitable.
well.
I think you were the one I replaced Seraphim with. Or was it a lot that I replaced with? I'm actually thinking I'll keep this crew, but I want to see you. A steady white-haired elf frowns down at the table, covered in coiled copper wires and glimmering shards of Audra. Her gloved hands smooth her well-tailored Valiant coat as she mumbles under her breath. Apparently absorbed in her work, the Animancer doesn't acknowledge your presence. Clear your throat. The woman spins on you, blinking rapidly behind a pair of brass-rimmed spectacles. Her bright carmine eyes and paper-white skin mark her as one of the Glamfallen.
Hello, my apologies. I didn't see you there.
Her Adiran bears a clear, crisp, but difficult-to-place accent. The pale elf examines you warily, unease clear in the set of her shoulders. Are you all right?
I am fine. Is there some reason I shouldn't be?
That is Ashley Johnson as well, I'm willing to bet. One of her pale eyebrows arches. She tugs at her gloves and looks away from you. Calm settles about her like a burial shroud.
Which is not to say I do not appreciate your concern. I do.
She holds her spectacles on her nose. As she does so, you notice her hands shaking.
I, like the other scholars here, am engaged in the study of the soul sciences. Was there something you needed, or may I return to my studies?
As she speaks, a drop of blood rolls out of the elf's nose and drips onto her lips. She pulls a handkerchief from her coat pocket and wipes away the blood without a word. You burned yourself?
I had a mishap with my machinery, but all is well now. The details are unimportant. I wish only to return to my studies. In any case, why are you here?
Oh. Any interest in getting out of this tower for some field study? She blinks at your offer, then puts a finger to her lips, clearly considering her next words.
I think perhaps that I would be grateful for the opportunity.
Sure, why not? You're welcome to come along.
Truly?
I just know we're gonna be the best of friends.
Thaklat, traveler. I am grateful.
I swear, that is not spelled how I thought it sounded. But it sounded a lot like fuck off, traveler. After a quick pat down of the various pockets sewn into her coat, Yidwin nods sharply and rests a hand on the hilt of her rapier.
I have all that I need. We may depart at your leisure.
And she's a cipher, yes. So she can replace him. Question is, do we go pure cipher or do we go cipher rogue? I think Mindstalker might actually be good. Because she can get a little bit better DPS than just the pure cipher. The thing with the pure cipher is they get access to some really good endgame skills, which we lose out on these bottom two rungs. I think we will replace him with her. Except... yeah, I think I remember taking her with and losing him. Except... but I'm going to unequip him. We're going to see a little dude in his underwear. I may have to respec her, but... Go ahead and load that stuff into there. And honestly, respecking is not difficult to do. It just costs money. We don't have nearly the income generation that we did in the original game, though. Looky, he's got underwear. That does rob us of it. There's only room for one overacting little furry creature in this party, and it's me! I do look like I belong in a theater troupe, though. Okay, can we swap party in here? I don't think we can. I think we need to go back down to the inn, or an inn. But I'm going to save just in case, and I will grab Yidwin. From her unkempt hair to her agitated pacing, Flawn Alette gives off an air of restrained chaos. She waves you over with a few quick motions.
You don't mind if I talk and work, do you? What can I do for you?
You work here?
Not the coziest place for it, is it? But the open air, the lightning specifically, is a boon. Lets our mages have a rest now and then. Good test of the equipment, too. We're working on making it less delicate. Our junior researchers are still a little soft.
What are you working on?
Glad you asked, amico. Very glad. We're very excited about the work here, and we've catalogued a number of interesting properties unique to Luminous Adra. But there are some very specific qualities we are investigating. Qualities that a Watcher happens to be uniquely suited to exploring. You're just what we're missing.
Is it dangerous?
No. Well, yes, what isn't? But not exceptionally dangerous. Luminous Adra has special effects upon Kith. Even to the humblest, it offers some small improvements. Rejuvenation, vitality, the kind of thing you sell to people back home, ne? But what about those who have already harnessed their own essence? Consider the talented Cutpurse, for instance, who can cross a room by slipping briefly into another place. The world between. Luminous Adra holds enormous quantities of essence, the kind of energy we can't replicate or restore. And these formations have a kind of connection to each other across the in-between. I believe we can harness this connection and your natural abilities to transport a person across great distances in a moment.
Your theory is sound. I've used Audra to track someone before.
Oh, good. You've done some experimenting on your own. A curious mind is a happy mind, I say. Can't mope about ghosts all day. We've collected a number of illuminating readings, and our machines are ready to harness the Adra's essence. But for the moment, we are effectively blind when it comes to targeting the next pillar. Now, if someone were capable of sensing that essence in the in-between, even of manipulating it, someone like a Watcher, for instance.
You want to use my connection to the Audra? I could target a specific pillar.
Precisely right. We've had luck with shorter jumps, but those were as much spellcraft as science. The idea is for you to focus on the next connection point. The machine will use that new link between the Adra veins to create a tether, as well as provide the energy for you to jump effectively. What's really exciting is, so long as you are holding that connection open, your companions can jump alongside you.
And there's no risk I'll show up missing limbs or nothing?
The next pillar's due east of here, in the middle of a farm. It's not as tall as this one, but you shouldn't have any trouble finding it.
And what if...
and don't worry. We paid the farmers.
What if something goes
There
wrong?
was that fellow that jumped a little too far over the edge.
Stop scaring our assistant.
I have something I have to take care of
We'll
first.
get everything ready for you.
And then I will come jump to my doom, most likely. We have to go stop by an inn to get our other party member. She's going to be pretty similar to him, except she's not going to have bludgeoning. Unless we respec her into that, we could. Not terribly expensive. It's a few thousand. They kept that fairly consistent, where starting out, yes, it's price prohibitive to respec, but as you get later on in, you'll have plenty of resources.
Get your supplies. I'm having some disturbing dreams. Makes it hard to sleep.
That's a merchant. These are all merchants. I want to go to an inn, but I think we have to go south or exit the map more specifically to get to an inn. We might get attacked along the way. That's why I have it saved, because bad things tend to happen if you don't save regularly. Yeah, I miss playing games like this more consistently. They are very nostalgic for me, and I find them very relaxing whenever we do have a proper turn-based mode. Baldur's Gate can be a little bit stressful, like 1 and 2. Third one, not stressful. Some of the combats may get me to swear once or twice, but it's not that bad. We want to go to the Gullet. And we want to go to the Hole. That's an hour and 40 minutes, that's fine. As long as we don't get attacked along the way, we're solid. And yes, we have bounties out in the ocean we can go do if we need more money, just in case. Because not only do we get money for doing said bounty, we also get money for selling all the gear from their said bodies. Yeah, she's gone.
Need something?
I'd like to buy something. I'd like to rent a room.
Just the...
We want to change our party. Dismiss you, recruit you. I really want to bring Mirka in, but I think she's kind of like Constantin, where she doesn't have actual stories. We could theoretically go all Orlan eventually if we wanted to go that way. The body looting economy. Exactly, it really is. And we want to retrain you. Slightly tempted to retrain Alzorath as well. But we'll hold off on that because it's going to get a little expensive. Okay, so she's level 2. Our Orlan guy was stealth and sleight of hands up here, so we'll go stealth. And he was streetwise and insight, I believe. And I think he was the source of our bluff too, wasn't he? How is the party bonus calculated? I wonder. She'll be our streetwise. And we have Mind Wave. And then we have the rogue stuff over here. Damage done from stealth or invisibility. The rogue may use melee or weapons, but it must be within 2 meters. No. We're going to go with... increase the duration of the afflictions. 10% outgoing affliction duration. It's not going to help much. Especially since this is turn-based. We will grab Eye Strike. Because that's our most useful level 1. Then we grab more stealth. A little bit more streetwise. We're going to want bluff as well from her as well. So we're going to kind of balance that out. Rogue skills. We want Crippling Strike. We'll get stealth up to 5, and then we'll start in on sleight of hand. Streetwise up to 5, and then we'll start in on bluff. Greater damage. And in the rogue, we take... Do we not actually have two-handed style? We do not. Oh, yeah, we do. We have two-handed style. Because I want damage output. I don't want to be just dicking around. Oh, why is that breaking? Don't be breaking on me. Okay, it's not. Not anymore, at least. I'm going to get her a stiletto. Because she's mostly going to be melee. We'll grab her one of the firearm things. Probably the blunderbuss one, so she can have that on her swap. And be pretty much just like him, but with better weapon choices. And we might reassign our main character to bludgeoning. It's only 1,000 more to do that. So Streetwise 5. Stealth 5. Grab that. Next. And then slide a hand up. And we grab... Thought we had something here. Hits into critical hits, so yes. Sleight of hand, bluff. For that one, we want... Puppet Master is not bad. But I think... we want to go with Soul Ignition. And... do we want any of these other ones? Not really. We do want this, the Arterial Strike. Because she's going to be coming in not necessarily as a tank, but as a support for our tanks. Because I want 3 melee characters and a dog. And then have 2 ranged DPS. Or range support at the very least. So 5, 5, next. Go for... Thought we already had 2 weapon style. Yeah, we got it over here. Oh no, we got 2 hit. I just realized I borked that up.
Need
We're going...
something? What's the neighborhood without a place to get pissed drunk and lose your pet? Of course.
When was our last save so I don't have to waste $1,000 again? Yeah, we have one there. I thought I had grabbed 2 weapon style and I grabbed 2-handed style. I saw the 2 and I was thoroughly impressed by it.
Need something? What you need? I've got just...
Okay, so you get dismissed, you get recruited. We go with reroll you. We're also going to reroll our main character in all this. That's still going to be 2,000 gold out of our pool. Blind. We go for... I think we might go for increased penetration. Oh no, we were going for something over here. The crippling strike. That gives us those. And a rogue. Oh, we don't... Oh, there it is. 2 weapon style. It's the hourglass. Want the stiletto. She's going to be piercing. So that means that's why we're going to swap our main character over bludgeoning. Oh, wait, he has short sword, so he's going to be short and bludgeoning, I guess. Yes. Really don't know. I don't know where we're going to get our bludgeoning damage from. But I do want piercing. Because we're not always going to be fighting undead. We're going to be fighting people mostly. Okay, so we already have that. Let's get the hits into crits. Grab that. That. Sleight of hand, bluff. So we have 5 and 5. Next one is increasing weapon penetration is probably a really good thing for us. Yeah, we go for the hammering thoughts. Because that boosts penetration weapons by 1. And that's when we get the blunderbuss. And
need
we
something?
respec him.
What you need? Sure, I know a few folks who...
Do we want to respec ourselves, though? I don't think we do. I think we want to save the money. There's our range, there's our melee. And she... The Azure Blade is a stiletto. Which is mob rule, which gives a bonus accuracy. Is nice. And she will always be with us, and it has a high penetration. The second one-hander we want on her. I'm not entirely sure. We might just go exceptional dagger as for now until we get something better. Yeah, we'll just go like that. Boop, boop. And she has blunderbuss for her other stuff. Which is going to go to her. Yeah, I'm just tossing all this stuff over to her so she can use it. She is our most disposable character out of the bunch. But with this, she should be able to at least be a semi-decent DPS. Keep going to the wrong person for it. And here's your tricorn. As everyone in our party currently has one. There we go. We now have an almost vampiric looking lady among us. And she can use... We'll be keeping the same armor, I think. Actually, Skane's resentment was what? How does that look? No. I don't like the aesthetic. We're not using it. I know that's a tacky reasoning, but... See, that's a 9 and 35. suppose she could be bludgeoning. Though we lose out on... There is something that has as a special ability, if I remember correctly. That is... Yeah, it just increases damage on that and gives us deflection against melee weapons. So it makes her a better tank. Though mostly what she's going to be getting in trouble with is ranged. Yeah, that works. Then we'll sell a
Need
bunch of crap
something?
to you.
What you need? You'll find all kinds.
Okay, we don't have a lot of stuff to sell in our inventory, but we do have a lot here. Money, we're going to go price up. We're going to sell all but one of the wizard grimoires there. We want to keep one of each, by the way. We'll sell exceptional maces. Actually, no, we'll keep one exceptional mace. The exceptional swords can go the hell away. The exceptional shields can go away. Rods are two-handed. We don't like them. We don't generally use two-handed weapons, so we're just going to be ditching all of those. That's 18,000 gold from just that? I just realized we didn't upgrade all of our armor after getting all that exceptional stuff. You have a Valian breastplate, but the exceptional breastplate is better. We have Tablets Gambuson. We're going to stick with the unique ones if we have the uniques equipped. Miscreants leathers are really not that great for us anymore. But they do provide the same amount of armor rating, so they're exceptional, so we can keep them.
Need something?
It's still slightly
What
better.
you need? Let me know if you see something.
So we sell that. Exceptional leather. Exceptional robes. Think we keep the scale mail and the plate mail? No, we get rid of the scale mail. This isn't... We're not going to mess with that. There we go. Now we're at 44,000. Much better. Because everybody should be pretty well off now. Yeah, we're good. This is our party for the time being. It's funny that the rogue is not the one dismantling traps, but alas my ass. And since we're here, let's go ahead and rest. Because we're teleporting away.
Need something? What you need? I've got
Like to rent
just
a room.
the thing.
Stealth, streetwise, and sleight of hand. Adrift in dreams. Jyoti lies curled on her side, sweating, muscles quivering. She whimpers low in her throat. Wake her. She groans, slow to rouse. At first, she curls tighter in on herself, but then the tension eases from her muscles and she sits. Confused, her eyes study your face.
Reckon that's the first time I ever bore witness to my own demise. It was not pretty. Never woke with such a driving need for reaping before. It's making my hands shake.
Didn't the cleansing work?
It did for a while, but then it wore off. All this essence I've gathered. It soaked the blessing right up. Left me with hardly none.
We need all the presage we can get, whatever your visions can offer us. You're losing your light in the darkness. Rekindle it by helping the living. Maybe the desire would ebb if you killed someone close to us? It was Jesus. It was a dream, Zoti. It'll be all right. You're losing your light in the darkness. Rekindle it by helping the living.
You sound like my high priestess Samhain. She never shuts up about the living, when she ought to worry more about the dead.
Why should you always worry about the dead? I just heard that belch from somebody in here. Don't know who it was.
Seems the more souls I gather, the better I see Gon's will. And the less I get a wink of sleep.
Maybe you should release the souls you're holding?
Well, sure, I mean to. Eventually. Us Gonites, we're supposed to shepherd lost souls, not just gather them. The harvesting's only the first part. If I were to dump the souls, it might make me dream less, like before. Or, darn it, who knows? Maybe it'd just make it all worse. Either way, I've got to find my purpose.
She turns her face away, bottom lip trembling. Slowly, her fingers reach for the hem of your shirt. She rubs the pads of her fingers over it, holding to you in the lightest of touches.
Will you help me, Watcher?
Yes.
I was hoping you might would. Sometimes I feel like, with you by my side, I can stand against gods.
Find an Audra vein and release your burden. It's the best way to ensure the souls reach the beyond.
It'll need to be a potent source to overpower the draw of my lantern. It's gotta be luminous, for sure. That's one problem solved. But what about the itty-bitty issue regarding the god of rebirth not actually being in hell? The souls will make it safely, but who's to see to their proper reseeding? This is a huge risk of Aora's balance. You really trust Malgrin not to rebirth Aethasians as warriors of the flame? Think Galawain won't be greedy? Gone aside, the god's past actions don't instill me with the greatest confidence.
What else would you propose?
Normally, I'd simply safekeep him until the god of rebirth could return to hell. But you're right. I ought to deliver as many souls to hell as I can before it's too late.
Straight to hell with you.
We need to empty my lantern right away. Gods, but you're clever. This is why Gon directed me into your path. I just know it.
I don't think I'm going to be romancing her because I have a feeling we're going to disappoint her in the very near future whenever we realize, guess what? We're not on any of the gods' side. One just happens to have a chime in our chest. The chime of death. Yes. Wonder if the guy's going to try and rob me again. Nope. I mean, we've done a decent number of quests. See, all the gray ones are quests that we've done. There's a couple that we've actually failed without ever interacting with. Just because, unfortunately... Go. We're gonna go to... Spire of Souls. Just because we killed the people that were involved in them. We still need to get the conch. We still need to get... We'll do this one. Then we'll go get the conch. Then we'll go down there and open that door. Yes, the purpose of side quests is to sidetrack us.
Come to watch us work? It's not as exciting when we're running through calculations.
Zoti has some souls she'd like to give you.
Like might be a strong word for it, but I'll do it. If you can meet my conditions.
It's a thoughtful gift? But why? What has brought this on?
Gon has shown me the coming end. Darkness will fall upon hell, beginning an extended season of death with no rebirth for any of us.
All right, I knew I shouldn't have asked. How do you fit into this, Watcher?
Zoti's a soul reaper. She can gather lost souls into her lantern and deliver them regularly to you.
but only if you promise to treat them well. Ensure their cycles continue in the natural manner.
Right. You do realize that the essence isn't actually a... Never mind. Thank you, Shorty. I promise to treat them with dignity. We can put them in this device over here.
One last thing. How much is this gonna hurt? No, wait. Don't even tell me. Just lead the way.
Shoulders squared, Jyoti stalks up to the gleaming copper and Audra repository.
You ready for this grand merger of faith and science? Animancers, if you got any energy vision goggles, you might want to don them now. And if anyone's afraid of a little light show, I'd suggest you take a healthy step back.
Be careful, please. She glances over her shoulder just long enough to blow you a sloppy... Oh, God, she
As long
is.
as you're watching my back, I'll be fine.
As she exhales those last words, she presses one palm flat to the cold expanse of the gem-like growth. Fingers trembling and like a firework going off, the light from her lantern flares blindingly bright. Electricity. No hypercharged soul energy whips across the air, lashing open Jyoti's skin, traveling the pathway to 1,000 branching veins and capillaries. The strike bursts bloody from face to neck to arms and lower, and her voice a secondary crack across the sky. Release the souls.
I swear to the gods, I'm trying!
The lantern trembles so violently it nearly cracks, but then a massive wave of purple essence rushes from the lantern. It swirls up and around the Audra, crashing along the glimmering surface before being sucked inside. The Audra pulses brighter, then darker, then even brighter, blinding. There's a howling, then the Audra cracks, and a jagged shard tumbles to the ground.
Ugh, son of a god's darn motherless cur! That hurt worse than a back-to-back whooping from Uncle Angbert's quarterstaff. Hell! And I only gotta do it again and again on cycle until the day I die?
You don't have to do anything if you don't want to.
Ugh, but the guild says I do. I can't turn my back on my purpose any more than I could Aora in need. I never did want to take the easy route. I'll keep reaping more souls then. Do my duty till I fall to dirt and bones. Never you worry, though. I'll see to dumping my lantern in the future on my own. Thank you for finding me a way to handle my burden, even if it does involve the occasional jolt of pain.
You've gained item Luminous Audra Mantle. What is it? Shard of Luminous Audra glows with soul energy, though obviously shorn from a larger piece, has the appearance of being tooled, as though for a specific purpose. Perhaps it could be used to improve Jyoti's lantern.
Darn if I don't feel so light I could float away.
Looked like it hurt.
Never felt anything so painful in my whole life. I don't know if this is what Gon planned for me, but I'd like to think we did right by these souls. We're bringing light to the darkness, ensuring spring follows the common fall.
So she got an injury. Yeah, that's fine. That's actually not a bad one. That's just shock armor rating. But Light of the Dawnstar gives nearby allies a chance to resist incoming spells. The chance increases the wielder's religion skill. That's 5% for a level 5 religion. That is not bad. Yeah, I'll take that. So it went from Holy Radiance only to Holy Radiance plus Light of the Dawnstar. And I think it changed the appearance of it, did it not? Yeah, when she has it out, it'll give us a benefit. Which, if she has it out, we're in a shitty situation anyway, so.
Come to watch us work?
It's about
It's
the
not settled
experiment.
your nerves?
Let's do it.
Velarde. Very well. You stand there. Ansel, the machine.
He's gonna see us.
All right, Watcher. Remember, focus on the beam of light. It ought to be like stepping through a door. And remember, don't...
Don't what? Don't what, game?
I knew those damned animancers would be the end of us.
Is that? What is that? What are those?
This is why I safeguard the souls in my lantern. Traversing hell ain't always as easy as it ought to be.
Oh no! A scourging blight! Get around behind it. There you go, bud. Bonk! Move back. This is just in case other things spawn. I'm not burning my entire attack option right away. This thing is not terribly strong. But if it has friends, they could be. Yes, our second DPS character's online. And I think, yeah, those are going to have spirit residue on them. So we want to nab it off of them in case we ever want to use it for anything.
Kira, a wave the size of a mountain.
You up there, run!
We have to go. Can't. No, please.
That sucks.
Help.
What is your name? You're dead. You bastard. It got first turn, sadly. That or it went into turn-based mode and I didn't realize I could still move. And we are so far back from this. The only reason it's going to get a turn is because we have to run like halfway across hell. Dun 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 dun. Your name? Lightning Bolt! Why were they talking about him 3 times in that one video? Lightning Bolt! Lightning Bolt! Lightning Bolt! Okay, we will steal it from these as well.
Of all my people, I am the last. I cannot die here.
Chunks of the unnatural architecture have been torn from their roots, hanging still in the void. Followers of Rimgrand. Oh, you're the one we can talk to.
She tekasi bizu, yeked tigewu tikiki.
I thought never to see your face again, Watcher.
Glasval's long visage radiates a calm unknown to most mortal men. He stands before you, hands clasped, and beams.
It has been so long since we parted ways in Noonfrost.
Also, you're upset. Zelargo has 2 different capitals in the material you own. Ah, ha, ha. Maybe one's a capital and maybe one's just capitalized.
So long since you granted me this divine gift.
If you're here, that means we're in Rimgrand's realm.
You have joined me in his clutches, Watcher. Is it not a cozy place?
Not really. It's a little cold.
I await my final end with most holy eagerness. Rest at last, without the torment of a soul or the threat of rebirth. Perfect unity and freedom, forever.
I wish I had the same freedom.
You could stay, Watcher. Stay and await oblivion with me. Surely it will be beautiful.
Why does his realm look like bismuth?
I feel the force's entropy working in me, Watcher. My time is near at hand.
There is wonder in his words, wonder and a trace of fear. When the wind picks up, rising to a screeching gale, Glossval trembles, but his smile never falters.
Daklat, Watcher. I am finally free.
They are from decisions we made in the first game.
I conquered every city of the Greylands. They will remember my name.
Gods, an end at last. I beg you.
Soul Collector. Oh god, it's a biggin. Guy. You're not higher level than us, though. Oh, Lord. No, we can't loot from these in the middle of battle. Actually, no. You just pop. And you, again, just bloop. Man, I love that bow. Just the multi-shot aspect of it alone makes it worth it. It may not do a lot of damage per shot, but it works. It gets the work done. Dog did not like being moved, apparently. End turn. Is he just going to stomp through them, or is he going to go around them? He's going to go around them. How nice of you, bud. They're going to shoot us with lightning, though. Just mildly unfortunate. Dog gets to go first. See how much life this guy has. Quite a bit. So that means you are immune to decay? You have weak versus frost, fire, and lightning, though. Cast that out over there. Jyoti. Starting on the little friends. That's what happens whenever she doesn't get grazes. Our dog is still doing fine, though. What we want to do is get this guy flanked and controlled. So another one. You get over here and start in on this guy. What's the name of the biggin? It is a Soul Collector. I love the aesthetic of it. It's like some kind of corruption marred into a Reaper's cloak. See, he's got like a Reaper's cloak, but he's got like this pink bubblegum corruption going on. I like it. You drop that there. And those are not going to knock us out of concentration. You are Surprisingly, not as hurt as I thought you were going to be. So we'll go for a slashy slash. He's very durable right now. And next level up, we'll be able to turn this, the Rejoice, my comrades, 2 Fingers of Daylight, into something really nice. And you stay up here with him. Yeah, we're bringing the tentacles out on purpose. Did he catch fire? He caught fire, yes. Those are immune to lightning, but weak versus fire and bludgeoning. And yes, you are going to come down here and start dealing with that now that you set up your friends with the big guy up top. I collect souls, okay? Have you paid your soul tax? No. Nor will I ever. That happens after he takes his turn, unfortunately. But you're going to do it anyway. Aloth. Another one on him. Still not enough. No, neither of these are whatchamacallits, vessels. Otherwise, I totally would just do that AoE heal thing. Turn towards him, damn it. Done. Nice bit of soul ignition. It's going to take damage over time as well. And we have a lot of turns. Oh, never mind. He's got a turn right there that he's going to come out of stun on. There you go, little buddy. I'm so glad he's not immune to stun, though. Because that makes my life about 1,000,000 times easier. Because that just makes my decisions easier. Stun every turn. Knock him down every turn. If I didn't have that, I'd actually just sit here doing normal attacks on him. I'm being facetious, of course. Zolti. Actually, you might kill him. Yep, you did. That makes that absolutely useless. Or Cuddy. God, this guy does not go down easy. He probably still has at least like 30, 40 life left. Reminds you of that horrible creature someone designed that eats money when you attack it in D&D. I haven't ever used one of those, but that's a cool idea. Giving me ideas now. Roguish Backstab. A wall formed from tessellating blocks of bismuth rises before you. And from out of that wall jets a face at least 3 amawa high. Its mouth hangs open in silent shout, eyes wide. A damp, frigid wind screams between the rocks. It carries whispers in its wake and chills you to your core.
What have we here? A wayward watcher has wandered into my realm. Whatever should I do with you? You will remember Glassval, I trust. He remains here, lingering in the in-between, refusing rebirth and dissolution both. A most irritating spirit. I will not thank you for sending him to me, but I will not concern myself with that for now. You did not receive an invitation to my realm, Herald of Barath. Tell me, why should I not grind your soul to dust?
I could be useful to you.
But I have no need for a vassal. Everything I desire, I do for myself. Embrace oblivion with open arms, Watcher.
Say nothing.
As much as it would delight me to scatter your soul, you belong to Barath. I will spare you that fate. For now. Now, on to the matter that brought you here. Your Animancer friends meddle in things beyond their comprehension. Were I not the generous creature I am, you would have died. Be sure to tell the Animancers that they have failed, and that they have drawn my gaze. I will not hesitate to obliterate them if they irritate me again. Of course you will. You might prepare yourself, Watcher, for something wondrous is on the horizon. Eothas will usher in an age glorious in its brevity.
What does that mean?
You will soon learn. In the meantime, enjoy the world as you know it while you can, and do send my regards to your Animancer friends.
Voice fades to nothing, and only the wind remains.
Never stray again if you just keep me away from Remergon.
Primal Wind.
The beast.
Aw, some of them don't have things that they say. That makes me a little sad. I thought they would each have their own little, like, one-liners.
The beast.
And not all of them are lootable either.
Of winter.
Yeah, not all of them are touchable either. The Beast of Winter. The stone face is silent, though you cannot shake the feeling of being watched. Don't worry, I'm being watched. That girl collecting souls basically was right? To an extent. I'm curious about all that blurry stuff back there. Flickering motes of energy stream toward the vortex in an unending march. Too bad we can't shut that down. This is basically where souls go to permanently disappear. But there's a lot of different things going on in this. You have the wheel, which I'll talk to in a bit.
Watcher, can you hear me?
You raise your head to find yourself surrounded by anxious faces. Flan withdraws the finger currently prodding at your temple to nearly stumble backwards. Basically, the god that is responsible for being like the fulcrum of the wheel, the kind of central pivot point, is wandering the earth, destroying it because he got killed before. We have gods of life and death and all that involving that, but they're all these gods that manage the wheel, which is just the cycle of life and death, and the various groups within it and lead people along their religious paths. They were made by another culture that just sacrificed itself to become gods and rule over the people to provide order as they see fit. It's convoluted. And I wouldn't have known half of it if I didn't play the first game.
Oh, thank the gods. Thank Helia. Merla, you had us in a panic. I don't have to tell you it didn't work. The current spiked, and you went completely still, breathing but nothing else. We sent for the physician. Myself, I was about to try throwing some water in your face. What happened? Did you feel any pain? Do you remember anything?
I think I ended up in the beyond. She raises her brow, but the other animancers look at you with undisguised curiosity, even awe.
What was it like?
Cold, weird. While you speak, one of the researchers prods you gently with a copper rod. You hear the device with his hand give a high, piercing whine. Now what?
Sientere, Watcher, truly. It seemed we sent your mind further afield than intended, and without the rest of you in tow. Not entirely outside our predictions, but not the result we wanted. We have stipend for volunteers. You're welcome to the sum of it. I hope it goes some way toward earning your forgiveness.
400? Talking to a god of forgetting stuff and alcohol, probably alcohol. Yep, there is a god of forgetting stuff. It is, I forget her name, which is not intentional, but ironic.
You just have to adjust the current, give you a chance to control your flight, for want of a better word. We're all very glad you're in one piece. We'll have a look at the machines, figure out what went wrong. Until then, I'm sure our friends at headquarters will want an update, and to see I haven't done you any permanent harm. We'll send word when we're ready here.
And we all leveled up. We're level 9. Mechanics 9. We'll go with survival up by 1. Get 1 ability for 1 class. Think we are going to improve our pet again, because we still have several levels before we can get that improved. It's actually level 13 that we need to be. So we have 4 more levels until we can get something solid out of that. Hobbled for 1 round. Full or primary attack. When abilities are used, the character applies the effect through an attack with either all currently equipped weapons, full attack, or with their primary attack. Okay, so that's with all weapons. But I think what we want... We don't really have anything to make the pet stronger. So maybe it is go this way? I think we could also grab this one. Or one of these. These are only 3 phrase ones. And that's level 19. I think that's the summon we're going to go for, is the Drake. There is an ogre one. That's not bad either. Summons bludgeoning, which is good. So maybe, yeah, I think we just go for better defenses. So I'm going to go for a will defense. What is our defense now on that? 102 will defense. Boosting that up a lot. If we can get it up high enough, we are going to be the tank of all things. You're going to level 9. Which I think we'll go with 9 on that, because he needs to use the recovery things anyway. We'll go with another. I'll actually go up on one on Bluff to get us more party buff. As far as his other skills, yeah, we're just going to go more defenses. There wasn't something else we were going to get, is there? I think will defense just to keep our mind ours. And yes, there are some ideas in this that were probably drug-induced to an extent. Okay, Arcana up, definitely. Religion? Or do we go Insight? I think we go Religion, because we need to bump up the shared amount. We get to choose 2 abilities because we've got a new tier. We also got Wicked Briars. There's our Revival. An increased effectiveness of our healing, which is a 15% boost to our healing. He is going to get a point in Insight, Explosives. He gets 2 points as well. What other spell do I want? Base maximum health you gain with each level. Yes. And rapid casting. Yes. We'll get another spell next time. We get 2 spells just by unlocking that tier. Unfortunately, it's not 2 great spells. We will go with Bluff, Sleight of Hand, get 1 ability. Did we already take? Why do we already have one-handed style? I think she just naturally has that. Unless I accidentally took it and forgot about it. And when do we get the one that gives us more? Yeah, maximum starting focus is at level 10. So I think I will go for... Yeah, well, hits into critical hits seems good. I might have accidentally gotten the wrong one. I'm not resetting her again for that. But this is a good mix of characters. We have a nice mix of range and melee. And they don't mind if we take that. I'm good with stealing all your shit. And yes, they will actually send us a message whenever they're ready to experiment with us again. So we'll have to come back for that. We'll get a missive as we adventure around the world. We want to go down this because we're looking to go after the other conch. And yes, I know I'm focusing on side quests a lot instead of main quest. That's intentional. Because what happens in, at least in the original game, I don't remember if it works on this one or not, is if we continue going along the main one, we lose access to some of these side ones. And Lighted Path. It's a Songo. I thought we had Lantern of Gone. There it is. We do have various luminous pillars. Fort Meiji buried under the arena. Hylian Temple in Nekataka where the Animancers are. And there's one in the Hanging Sepulchres in the Temple of Barath as well. I do wonder if we can go down there and release there too, but we're not going to find out today. How do I get to the Serpent's Crown? I thought this was the way to the Serpent's Crown, but I am wrong. Glimpse Beyond, and we all got levels up because we got 6,000 experience for that.
Supplies, get your supplies here.
And yes, I forgot to steal their shit.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Can we get her to say it twice before she gets there? Nope, we can only get her to say it once. No! Traveling along the serpent's neck. Yeah, you're not wrong. That's the downside of this type of map. It does look like you should be able to just go up there. The only other way I can think of... Yeah, go there, except... is through Pariki's Overlook. We can turn in the gloves while we're here. I do know we eventually get access to it. We might spend a session just doing bounties for a little while, though, because we have not finished that nonsense. To Serpent's Crown. That would be it. There is another character we can get in there. He's an Amalan, and I think he's a chanter.
You look thirsty. A drink, sir?
No, thanks. Although I probably should take a drink. High quality H2O. I do have a little bit of jerky left. Hi.
You're back. Kue, any news?
I took care of his debt.
You are willing to put up all that money? What of the gloves? What happened to them?
I have them right here for you.
At least I know Arkemir won't feed me to the imps. Take your discount as well. If the cupboard doesn't make its goals, so be it.
You need to get inside the mirror.
Go hang laundry. I'm only doing here. Burn Arkemir's manor down for all I care. What else do you need?
Can you tell me anything useful?
The imps that guard the manor? Arkemir, do with that what you will.
We get a 5% discount, which is not bad. I think we might sell that superb war, bro, because that's 3,000 gold. Same for this other exceptional dagger, that's 800. Do you have anything that I want in here? That is a better shield. I don't want to waste all of our money on that stuff, though.
Do you look for something in particular? I am the apprentice. What fuse he made, I think it's because he knows I
could have sworn there was a way for us to overthrow him.
I've seen her much nicer lately. Said hello before she kicked me. Progress, eh?
I'm looking for Ifrin.
Dead thief? Check box. He's still rattling around in there.
That guy doesn't have anything to say. We can unlock all your stuff. Oh, that's not something that we have to worry about. This is the pet thing. Pets available for creation. Oh, I remember getting the letter about this. Oh, I didn't realize he had. Your initiative penalty from armor is reduced, and your party members will regain some health when they kill an enemy. That is... I think it's a pet grinder. Yeah. I forget what it does beyond that. That is Critter Cleaver. I'm going to look that up real quick. Pillars of Eternity Critter Cleaver. Hey, please have my window. Thank you. How it works. Interacting with the machine gives you the option to sacrifice your pets. When a pet is rather gruesomely sacrificed, the machine remembers it, its appearance and bonuses, allowing you to create a new pet by combining stats of one and the appearance of another. In addition to naming it, once a pet is sacrificed, the machine remembers it permanently, so you can create as many copies of it as you would like, given you have the coin. Creating a pet with no bonuses costs 1,000 gold, while adding bonuses will cost 2,000. So basically, you grind it up into the pet you want. I don't want to do that. That seems awful. Like, beyond awful. Yes, I will pick that as well. Okay. So we have quests that we can grab here. We have quests. Are we doing Devil Summon here? Not quite that level of mixing. Do you look thirsty? Yes, yes, I do. Not quite as thirsty as Jyoti, but thirsty. There is a way to kill Archimir and get the place under her control, by the way. I just don't remember how. But yes, when we go in there, we'll eventually go in there, just not yet. I wish I could just combine them all into one Gigapet. That would be horrifying, but I'd be fine with it. Oh, you get all the bonuses from all the pets, and it looks like you have a freaking blob surrounding you or following you. Look, it's a mimic. It just turns into whatever pet you need at the time. Serpent's Crown. Surprised it doesn't give me the date. There's Una.
I'm sure I have the perfect gemstone to match your eyes. Take a look.
That is a head item. 10% chance to reflect against spells and has shifting chroma, which is armor rating, concentration, reduced damage taken, 10% chance. Oh, God. Ring of Boundless Stars grants a handful of spells. They're not even that expensive. Oh, it's a random one. It doesn't apply all of them. We'll get better relations with them. So let's see, map-wise. Kano's Estate. I will save before I go in here just in case we bork this up something awful. But what we're going to end up doing is we're going to end up going down there and unlocking that today. Because we spent all that time fighting Snake Guy.
You must be careful when sparring. See the scratches on the wood?
Okay, it's not in here. Okay, just duck past all this. Think he might not appreciate us going in here. Oh, no, he doesn't care. There is a room up here. See cracks along the surface of this battle horn where it was carefully repaired. Cool. Lockpick that. I do wonder. The shark portrayed mid-leap has been carved from a single piece of wood. A wide blade is mounted here beneath it. Engraving reads, "For courage in battle." I guess our choice is talk to you or don't talk to you. An older Mataru man stands ringed by younger Huana, apprentices or pupils it seems. His robes shimmer with quartz beading, and his perfume announces his presence from across the room. Jesus, that would be horrifying. I hate it when people do that. Yet beneath this finery, he looks like a fighter gone to seed. Disused muscles flop from his arms, and flab pads him like so many layers of silk. He looks up and notices you.
Greetings, and welcome to my home. For what do you come to my villa?
Is he going to do this every time?
I hear you have a rare Android artifact.
The Cornet of Waves. It is a conch shell, but very important. To receive it is the highest honor.
He nods vigorously, jiggling the loose flesh of his neck. He sounds like he's trying to convince you himself more than you.
The Queen gave it to me as thanks for my years of service. I was her personal bodyguard when she was a child, you know.
I'm going to read your soul. Your essence slips from your body, and Takano's soul enfolds yours like a warm, oily thing. As his fears and questions seep into you, your perspective shifts to his. At first, you're worried this Hearth Orlin before you had been sent by the Valian debt collectors. It would be a low trick taking advantage of your famous hospitality, but then those Valians are crafty. Perhaps if your villa was bigger, they might know you are a man worthy of respect. At least you have the shell. You tuck it away not only for your safekeeping, but also because you are a little ashamed of it. How could such a simple, ugly thing be sacred to a god? But it was a gift from the Queen, and so you keep it. Your gaze strays to the wall. Yes, you must knock down that section there, install a wide, grand window, once you have the money. You retrieve from Takano's soul to find him watching you with a placid smile. Why is it so special?
Because it is sacred to the goddess Andra. Everyone knows it is a privilege to have.
He clasps his interlaced fingers together, his knuckles glowing white. He glances toward his apprentices.
Akira Takano. Everyone knows it is a sign of favor.
Such artifacts are often imbued with powerful spells. Take care when handling it.
I keep it locked away, to see and not to touch, Ikera. But your words are good warning. Generations ago, there was a similar shell. When the old city sank, Andra's faithful gathered around that cornet and prayed for deliverance. But Andra is not a goddess of mercies. Instead of lifting them from the ruin, she pulled them down with the shell and said they would rise when it did. That is the story, anyway. Macabre, no?
I need the Cornet of Waves.
But it was a gift from the Queen. It is unusual for a man of my standing to give such a thing away.
I can pay you for it.
I am not some Quaru merchant. I do not sell my treasures.
With a little coin, you could really fix this place up and install a window over there for starters.
Then you speak of a barter. That is different. What do you propose?
Ooh. He twists a ring around his finger as he fixates on the elaborate stained glass. Each pane must cost a fortune. Such treasures are meant to be shared. The Wana must show their glory to the world.
Akira! Then you will also share my name when you take this back to your homeland. Take it, with my blessing.
Presents you with a large, lustrous conch shell. The surface is inscribed with symbols, and the tip is fitted with the silver mouthpiece. So we now have both the shells. Andra is the name of the Lady of the Forgotten. Was that her name? I forget.
Feeling you don't like me much. Was it something I said? I think it was something I said.
No, it's not. You're not doing anything wrong, exactly.
Really? I mean, you tell me if you had a problem, right? If I'd bothered you this whole time?
It's nothing personal. I just don't think we need to be talking, is all.
Oh. Well, thanks for clearing that up.
Oh, let's go to Undercroft, I believe. Oh, cloaked figures spring out of the alleys, flanking the street. We're getting ambushed. We're getting free XP for our sword. We get to murder some people.
Hello, bandits. How you doing?
Several figures slink towards you from the surrounding streets. Leading them is an Orlin with blood-red fur and long, sharpened nails. She sniffs the air.
I smell that Mataru Richling's perfume on you. You've got something I want. Give me the Cornet of Waves.
You must be the one Dorio originally hired.
Hold on. I thought he hired some dummy that bungled everything.
I ain't failed just yet. Not when I got you cornered.
Let's get this over with. Oh, look, there's 4 of you. Terra. You think you're strong, Terra. You think you're tough. Can you handle my Fusroda? Oh, it missed. You did. You handled it. Oh, damn. I stand corrected. Though not terribly corrected, because tentacles. Tentacles, I say. Yeah, tentacles it is. There. In turn. Bow. The cipher is gonna be mildly irritating. Barbarians can leap. But I think the cipher is more dangerous. You just shoot my dog? You just shot my dog! You bastard! Edwin, your job is the barbarian. Go for stabby stab. Wow, when your rogue outclasses the barbarian, that is something. Here's another stack up of those. So he has 5 rounds of arterial strike. That is why we stack up the various evasive skills on him. That's 3 misses in a row. Ow. Can I have a turn? Thank you. I want to see those 3 misses. There's Eater's hit. They rolled a 97 and missed. They rolled a 34 and miss. So the fact that they rolled a 97 and still... Oh, Hit to block to miss. Well, goodbye, barbarian mercenary. We have a crap ton of the focus as well. Bounding nonsense. Marius, you're going to bite the cipher. Because we don't want it being able to cast anything. Yeah, she can take our dog down pretty reliably, unfortunately. Eat this. And we shall fight in the shade. Quite literally, because there's a cloud overhead. Okay, no, go in there. We want to go after mercenary fighter. Keep it from moving. Because we're about to have bounding meteors and a giant flaming light from the sky. That is why they failed. Incompetent. And free stuff. Ooh, a fine stiletto. Nice. We shall continue on our journey. Do I have... There we go. I was like, where's the exit? I need the exit. Exit?
You must gather your party before venturing.
And we go to... Undercroft. And yes, there's a lot of things that'll attack us in the city. A lot of them are story-based like that one. I do think you can get attacked just randomly as well. I'm going to see if this causes us any kind of injuries. The ropes have been cinched tight in some and hang a bit loose in their pulleys. Their lack of tension will demand a fair bit of strength and flexibility. Cross safely? We saved beforehand. Everyone reaches the other side. That's why we take athletics, but I wasn't sure we'd actually have enough between all the characters. I was tempted to do a forget about it, but that would have been a little bit too ham-fisted. Okay, so we need to go that way. We already killed everything in here, so unless it respawns... Oh, we have loot there. Why didn't we grab that? I will miss items randomly. If you see me miss something, holler at me. I will grab it. Orange things are not grabbable. They're destructible. All this time, we were just kind of wanting to do this one quest and got distracted by, an entire section and a half of quests. We still have more quests that we can get in those areas. That was just normal enemies there. Slug through the water. Yeah, and there is no way straight up in there. We actually have to go this back path. And is he going to be upset that we didn't let him open this? Probably. Do I care? Not particularly. Because I will eventually want to kill him and take all of his stuff. Place a conch in one hand. Place second conch in the other hand. A counterpoint melody rises from it. The carving shudders and something rumbles beneath your feet. You watch the wall panel sink into the floor. You lost both cornets. Look, traps. We got ourselves Kaduka Skalth, which is a large shield. Grants Soul Strike. Use the Luminous Shard stored energy to strike a target, lowering their defenses. Penalty becomes more potent with the Metaphysics skill. Defection improves with Athletics. Reduce damage with Metaphysics and increases damage from weapons. A two-handed poleaxe. Standard attack AoE hits primary target up to 3 additional targets, friend or foe. Some exceptional gear, another stun bomb. I think that's everything in here. F5 again, because he might attack us on our way out. I guess we can go visit him now. Just to round off the stream. As we've done a full day's worth of work on the stream. This will be split up into 2 segments, most likely due to just rendering time. That is something I'm running into a wall with, is actually getting everything rendered out. That's why the game sampler channel has been quiet. Is I've actually been behind on rendering, so I can't like record additional stuff. Can't go, you idiots. Don't just stand in it. And yes, we can craft 92 things. Woo. Hold up. We can make a blackwood hole if we find 5 of those. Rendering 8 hours at a time. It takes time and a half, basically. Unless it's a game that is high bitrate. I'm trying to think of how to explain it. Because I render at 1440p. While the footage is at 1440p as well. So if 1080p it would be 1:1. At 1440p I generally it's 1 to 1.5. Certain games it's up to 2 times as long, like the Divinity series actually takes twice as long for some reason to render. I think it's just the types of backgrounds in it. Because it's a 360 camera. While the more simple stuff like Frameland is 1:1 at 1440p. So it kind of balances out to 1.5. Use the ropes, continue, and will this let us choose where we want to go? Probably not. I think we have to get to a proper exit. A proper world map exit. And I'm not going to sneak through on this time. If they're going to attack me, I'm going to just let them attack me. Because the people in this room might. The people down here won't. People in here might.
We hear footsteps.
Something approaches.
I'll pick your locks. I like that they don't mind me picking their locks. Spindleman, Ogre, Cloaked Elf.
What is this Kith creature?
The Vithrak cocks its head and focuses its many eyes on you. Its strange companions also stare at you with unnatural intensity.
All right, I'll go first. Is it true some of your kind are covered in soft fur that feels good to pet?
What secrets does it bring?
Let us see. Let us see.
Let's talk instead. You don't want to. Why don't you ask me what you want to know?
The language of tongues is a dull, tedious thing. Why ask when you can see for yourself?
Reaches further in your mind, plucking and picking at your memories.
A watcher, the deerwood, the wasteland of the white that wends.
Wait?
A death, a life, a wide sea, stirred by storms and pirates and... a wonderful secret.
I don't trust this creature at all.
What are you doing in the gullet?
We dig. There are many minds here with many secrets, many depths with even more.
A city under a city.
Another in the ruins.
It teems with young secrets, rivalries and betrayals. We seek the older secrets, buried deeper and carved on weathered stone. Your friends, the broken down creatures of this place, they know the old secrets. They know, but they do not tell me.
Will you tell me a secret?
Yes. You have been generous with us.
You know of the place below the slums. There was another, more distant place beneath the sea. There lies a secret so grand that even the gods hide it. To find such a thing, how marvelous.
I think we already got that one. Spindleman's Grimoire is mostly control stuff. That's not too terrible. Okay, Mortification is a monk one. We've got another grimoire that doesn't have any bonuses. I generally would want a grimoire with bonuses at this point. Ability activated when the character becomes bloody, grants Ringgrim's repulsive visage. And it's an illusion booster. Don't really have anything I want. I will sell garbage to you. What is that one? It's just a white cape? No thanks. We also have a Ratua's Walking Cloak, which is Diplomacy and Survival. I keep forgetting to equip that, but here's a bunch of junk for you. As far as spell scrolls go, generally speaking, I'm going to want healing and AoE stuff for her. She can do single target just fine with her bow. So we do keep forgetting to equip this. But do we want it on him or do we want it on you? Here, you can have a cool cape. Enjoy. Let's do Constitution versus health restored per round. Yeah, go for that. And I think everybody has a cape now. Yes, we do. Sweet. We might come back there and steal from them, but they're just a shop. It's not that big of a deal. Same for them. They actually have something I want. But we want to improve our ship first because that's going to get us money, money, money. That's our Nezo. Do you actually have a quest for us, buddy? I don't think he does. I think
Ernezzo has not seen you before. You must be new. New or very good at disguises.
Wait, but I am mistaken. You have made a few enemies in this place already, no?
Most bold of you to linger now. But how did you hear about this place? Wait, no. Do not tell me. Sometimes it is better not to know. There is something I can get for you, yes? Tell me quietly.
What do you know about the Spindle Man?
Merle, it is a dangerous pest. When it dug its lair, it did not even ask permission of their... of the boss.
Usually you want to pay the proper respects if you're digging a lair.
The boss, you mean Doreo?
If I do, I surely did not say such a thing. But this Spindle Man, they say it is a mind reader.
Is that all?
They say it is a mind reader. We in Delves Row are simple folk, quiet folk. It does not do to have a mind reader nosing among us. You understand me, yes? Of course.
What supplies do you have? Ooh, 10 and 20. Converted to grazes from weapons. That's actually good armor. It's fast. Has decent armor rating. Which is basically your damage reduction. But it has reduce versus crush and freeze. What enchantments does it have? Rugged construction, which would increase resistance to might. Increases the ones to grazes. And reduce damage from either spells or weapons. But it's 35 grand. I'm not buying that. That's not worth it. Here, I'm going to unlock the door. I'm not opening it. I'm just unlocking it for XP. Chill. It's worth 200 experience to unlock that crap. Figure from the shadows looks up at your approach, pursing his lips together like a crooked line.
Think you made a wrong turn, Baldur. You don't belong in the row.
Name is Eldrin.
I know who you are. I make it my bag to keep my eyes on the new fish that end up in the gullet. Rats round here been whispering about you. I'm guessing you're looking to buy some art, yeah?
He lightly traces a finger across the hilt of an emerald-encrusted stiletto hidden in the folds of a dark leather tunic. You're an assassin? You're answered with a thin-lipped scowl as your words echo through the alley. Assassins are nothing but cowards.
Careful, Baldur. That kind of talk has gotten scabs rougher than you, dead drunk with their own blood.
Like you'd handle a problem for me.
Go on.
I don't need anyone murdered at the moment. What is up here? Oh, it's just a dead end. Da-dun, 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 da. It's an assassin in a dead end. That's so funny. Sorry, I shouldn't be so snarky about it. Let's go take care of Doreo, of Dorito, of Domino, of cheap pizza. There we go. Yes, we are going to kill him. Want to buy some art? Okay, main character, just go in there. Everybody else, get ready to get into position. This guy is a thug, so he's just going to hit you in the face. And you. And we're going to keep our dog with us. We've got fighter, sorcerer, thug. The healer is the biggest threat there, so we'll get you into the healer's face. Or do we flank the sorcerer? I think we might flank the sorcerer. Can we get up there? Why, yes, we can. Can you get up there and then get over to this side of them? Yes. I think I would prefer him to be outside because he's tankier by a significant margin because he's fighter rogue instead of cipher rogue. This feels a lot like raid bosses standing still in video games, just waiting for 40 people to attack them. They are in position to attack me, so it's kind of both ways.
What do you require?
Is this the artifact you were looking for?
Let us hope so. Else Takano has played you for a fool. Oh. And now the real work begins.
Funny how they never mention the real work up front.
Ay, Miko. It is but a jaunt. It lies just below Delver's Row. It is where goods of questionable provenance originate. Take the lift from Delver's Row, not the lift in the gullet, mind you. My associate Gwenfen will await you outside a passage in the old Juana style.
There must be a reason for your secrecy.
The ruins of the old city are perilous, yet rumored to hide great treasures.
We technically don't have the item he's looking at right now. We already put it in the thing.
The Juana do not permit people to go there except to die. And yet, among the ruins is a certain mosaic.
I don't see why you need a watcher for this.
The old city is the realm of the dead. Who secrets, such as my mosaic? The shell you found will reveal it to you. Gwenfen can explain all when you find her. It is said the old city was once as grand as Serpent's Crown. Whatever treasure you find there is yours to keep. For now, take this. Consider it an advance.
Terra attacked me.
Yet you are still standing here, no? It is only a shame I did not hire you in the first place.
What is the Cornet of Waves?
It is an old Juana artifact. Ages ago, it was part of a pair. But its companion, the Cornet of Depths, was lost when the old city sank. Both are said to carry the voice of Andra herself. I do not believe in...
Then why have me handed off to a lieutenant in the Undercroft?
I have told you all you need to know of the Cornet. Now, I suggest you focus your sharp mind on what do you require?
I need to speak with Mad Morena.
You can find her in the Undercroft, though I should warn you not to expect as much civility. Morena is like the rest of Alde's new bloods, coin-hungry and temperamental, with little patience for courtesy.
What happened to your legs?
A storm, a rash decision, and an accident at sea. One that took my sailing days, but not my skill with a needle. Life in the Deadfire is unpredictable. Sometimes it takes you in its jaws only to spit you out onto some new shore.
The Principi seem divided. Which side are you on?
Why must we speak of sides? Like squabbling merchants from the republics. Once, there were no sides. Only Principi, a people united by common interest and culture. But as our fame has grown, so have our numbers. Many of these new bloods have no sense of restraint and little regard for our heritage. But we need them still. The new bloods are Principi too now, and many are inventive in ways the old guard is not.
About the Cornet of
A
Waves?
most agreeable topic.
Oh, okay. Let's see if he actually has anything new to say now that we've already done
What do
that.
you require?
I require your death. We're going to unprovoked attack them. I am slightly curious about one thing. Have we actually gotten our reputation back up with them? Nope. We're still -4 with the Principi. And where are the Delvers in this? There's the Gullet. Are we actually... Is that +3? That's +3. Unfortunately, I don't care about my reputation with him, so guess who gets to die? I will open up with you? Or do I open up with you? That was half your life in one hit. Oh no, Dario the Lean! Get flanked, bitch. Rolled a 10 and rolled a 22. Both are misses. Let's go with some tentacles. There. Actually, change where you're aiming that. Aim it there. We will drop there. And turn. Dog attacked the healer. Sorcerer is no longer stunned. Sorcerer is going to be dead. I love the horrible rolls there. 98 being enough for us to just stop them. Get the thug. We're not even getting our bonus damage for it being a... whatchamacallit? Backstab. Because we don't have them flanked. Ow. Thank you for coming into range. You're all on fire now. How does this feel? Oh, surprisingly, Dario the Lean is not on fire. So our spell here is going to be Bouncy Bounce. Not enough to kill them, but it should start being good enough soon. Bruiser down. That gets him flanked. This guy's flanked by the tentacles. And this should go off before Dario does. Actually, I'm going to have you run out. Thank you. Start doing your lovely spells. Eldrin, just keep focusing in on Dario, I believe. Yes. More power. Bloop. And you take out the thug first. Then get this thug pincered. Between the two of you. Ouch. I mean, that didn't save his life. Hopefully, we're going to probably see some quests failed by killing this guy, but I don't care. I legitimately do not. And turn. Who do you kill first? Thank you, Magic Missile Dario. The Cornet's Call. I love how many charges of this we have per fight. Oh no, we lost the mission that we were already working on. Now we can steal everything from them. An emblem of the Royal Deadfire Company. We also got a just normal book in that. There it is. How would anyone know that we did anything to them? They'd just come in here and just be dead bodies. No one ran away. There were no witnesses. So now we go to the gullet, and we have successfully navigated murdering all of them. Do I know anybody that's streaming right now? Not really. I know a few people, but... Oh, wait. I see Squirrel is streaming. I can raid him. Oh, wait. Never mind. He just went offline. Okay, so take that one back. So, yeah, we're going to just call it a stream there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time whenever we go off and probably leave the city for a while. I'm going to at least do some bounties. I'm wanting to move outside of the city for a little bit. We've been here for hours. We were here yesterday whenever we ended the session. So, keep gaming, have fun, peace out. This has been Alzorath. Bye.